Big stretches, get the day started. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's time to wake up, big baby. It's time to wake up, big baby. Yeah. Whoop. Get the book. You gonna fall off that bed. Good morning. It is definitely not morning, it's noon. I have tried to record a new vlog several times, and not that I hated it each time, but I've just been lazy and I start something and I don't finish it. So I've been very bad in that I am not only a procrastinator, but sometimes I'm a quitter too. But we're back, and I just wanted to do like a full day kind of checking in and resetting myself with the new season. Have leftover tomato soup from dinner last night. We were in soup season, and just gonna have a little late breakfast meal because today I have a list of things I want to accomplish for my novel. And if you're new here, my name is Laura. I'm an author and illustrator working on a historical fantasy series called Courage and Ambition. And you can see my illustrations on my Instagram, and I'm hoping that this vlog will be inspiring if you're also a writer, aspiring writer, or an illustrator. Just a day in the life of a creative trying to get back to creating. I've been in a bit of a lull this summer, unfortunately, but that's okay. Like, we come and go, and things, have their times and places, so we accept that. And today I am really excited to actually have a plan to accomplish. So on my weekends, I'm usually very tired and I just don't have a plan, and then nothing happens and I'm disappointed. But I want to be more intentional and thoughtful and what works for me, and not just try to like fit in what I've seen other people's plans for themselves be. So I actually wrote down the day. So first things first, if you know, everything shower, like full spa-like shower, just because I usually do those at night, but I want to do it first thing in the day and get myself really going for the rest of the day. And my everything shower became like a 70% shower. It won't stop. Second, I love long car rides. So plan is to get the puppy and take a lovely long car ride out to a park where I can take him on a long walk. And the reason I like long car rides is I usually will just put on some music, and it's a time for me to zone out. Like, I'm so hyper fixated on the task in front of me, which is not killing people with my ton vehicle. So like when I'm really hyper focused on one task like that, I can kind of let the back of my mind like work through some creativity. So actually, a huge push for me to even write my book was when I was on a 14-hour car ride by myself, and I knew I wanted to write a book, but there were so many big parts of it that just I hadn't found yet. And in that 14-hour car ride, moving cross country, I realized so many things that I just didn't know were in the depths of my mind, and that is what made like the crux of the novels. The main like plot lines really come through was that long car ride. So I've been feeling down and stuff, and I realized like, well, why aren't I doing the things that have worked before? So long car ride. And the car ride followed with a walk in nature, touching grass with the dog will be lovely. It's raining, so my plans keep changing, and that's okay. So we're not gonna get muddy and run around in the rain, but we're still gonna go for a car ride because my little gremlin loves a car ride. So we're gonna go and just vibe with the music. Isn't that right? Yeah. He's ready. He's ready. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. 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 Is that okay? So that when I come back from the car ride, I am planning to have an early dinner, late lunch at a nice restaurant that I enjoy. And they have a lovely bar, so I think I'm gonna just like post up and write in a place that's cozy while I'm feeling like clean, put together, freshly out of nature. Long car ride, thoughts going through my head. I just think that these steps are going to be just a perfect day in my mind. And then my hope after that, if I have the energy and interest, I want to make sure not to pressure myself or I'll lose interest quickly. But finally, I haven't drawn in a really long time. So step 4 of my day is going to be drawing at night with a movie on. I haven't decided the movie, but we'll find out what the movie's going to be when we get there. And don't want to put pressure on myself. Like sometimes when you put pressure, like I'm going to write a chapter, I'm going to draw this illustration, I just feel so overwhelmed. Like the last thing I want to do is set like a goal right now in this stage that I'm in, because if I don't reach that goal, then I just feel defeated and I don't want to do anything else for the rest of the day. So instead of setting my goals, I wanted to set my intentions and put time together for myself to be in a creative state. So I'm excited about this idea because I don't have to write a chapter, a certain number of words. I don't have to draw something that I've been planning or work on like social content. I am just creating a structure to force time chunks to just let me be me and be creative in my mind. So I think that maybe other people know this and it's worked for them, but this idea like is making so much sense to me right now, and so I'm so excited to do it today. And hopefully we'll get some inspiration out of it. Not a product, not a quota of words or like a tangible piece of artwork that comes out of it. Just a day where I can be creative and feel good about it. So we'll check back in throughout the day, and I hope that you have fun with me on this fun journey. Just finished at the lovely restaurant and had a really good time processing everything that clicked for me on my car ride. That was incredible. I had a major breakthrough, and yeah, I went to the restaurant and had a very fantastic meal. and also brought my traveler's notebook with me so that I could kind of like process everything I thought through during the drive physically on paper with pen instead of with my like iPad or phone. I wanted to write it down with a pen, and I haven't done it in a while, but I forgot how much I really enjoy going to a good restaurant by myself. I know that sounds weird, but I do enjoy spending time to myself, and it was lovely to just like have a great meal, not have to worry about other people, and just use the time and the ambiance to kind of zone in on my thoughts and write them down, because if I'm at home I get distracted very easily. If I'm at a coffee shop, I feel like I need to be productive, but when I was in the restaurant I just felt very relaxed, and like there was no expectation to do anything. Like in a coffee shop, people are on their laptops, they're working. I think having like a pen and paper in a restaurant was it's just a totally different vibe, and I highly recommend it. So that was absolutely stupendous and lovely and delicious. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go home, and I don't want to overdo it, so I don't know how much work I'll put into, you know, what I've thought through today, but I think I'll continue to think on it and continue to let it live in my kind of like subconscious creative brain while I do other stuff. But I think it's gonna make some changes to book one. Not like major plot changes, but like it's gonna enrich book one so much. And I just can't wait to get more into it. But basically I did a lot more like psychoanalyzing of Mo and Sophia out of this drive, and like what their kind of like introductory stories are going to bring to the table in terms of their parallels, in terms of their differences. So just as a refresher, like book one really hones in on introducing Sophia, and book two is going to hone in more on introducing Monyoung, and book three I'm trying to tie the parallels and the differences, like but I've been struggling with book two for a variety of reasons, but I feel like I've kind of nailed down that like critical difference between the two of them, and what is the same and at the same time completely opposite of their experiences in book one and two, and how that's going to feed into book three and what happens down the line in books 4 and 5. So the setup's really important. I know that I'm gonna have to do a lot more work on book one, but until I get book two drafted, I'm just keeping notes of what I want to make sure happens and changes in book one. But so far, I'm happy to report most of book one will remain the same. In terms of plot, I think I did set a solid foundation, but in book two, I'm realizing how I can make it that much better. So I have work ahead of me, but it's not a rewrite so far, and that brings me a lot of joy. But yeah, that's like the big update, and I'm just like so happy today for this big kind of like breakthrough. All summer I have struggled, and I think today really helped in allowing myself to just create a structure of time to be creative, rather than a structure of I need to get X, Y, and Z done by X, Y, and Z date, because I always fail those and then feel terrible about myself. But by instead just giving myself grace and saying like, okay, I know I need structure, but what if my structure is literally only from this time to this time you will be free to just daydream, be free to just think. And that's probably like quite obvious to other people. I don't know. I'm not comparing myself. I'm just like, I'm sure other people have figured this out, but I feel like that was a big breakthrough for me today, and I'm really proud of myself and really excited for what's to come. And I feel like I can actually write book 2 with much more confidence now and a much clearer direction of what I want to happen. And I'm just very grateful that I built that time for myself and allowed myself the grace to do things in my time. Could my time be faster? Like, I'm trying to get there. We're learning. We're all learning. We're getting there. But I'm happy with where I've landed today. So time to go home and get out of this terrible upshot. I don't feel like ugly or anything. I just, like, an upshot is never the best, like, angle, but that's the only place I can put my my like MagSafe. Anyway, now I'm on a tangent. I'm really excited. I'm ready to go. So let's go. Good evening. The day is over. I just got back from dinner and ran a quick little treat to World Market, but today was like super successful and I'm really proud of myself, and I feel like maybe I wasn't productive, like I don't have a chapter written or an illustration drawn, but that is not the point. The point is I've been struggling so hard with some major like plot issue, not a major plot issue, but like plot issues. I've been struggling with like making certain things click for me for book 2, and today I accomplished a lot in my mind. So I may not have like a word count at the end of the day, I may not have like an illustration at the end of the day, but I have made mental and personal progress, and I am now a huge proponent of, instead of setting out the day with like, oh, I want to write this many words, or I want to edit this chapter, or I want to draw one illustration, I really like the method I used today of like, okay, you're going to spend 2 hours putting yourself in a creative space where you can have a creative mindset, and whatever comes out of that comes out of that. And huge fan. I'm gonna do that again, for sure. I feel really refreshed after today, and I got rewarded because when I came home, on my doorstep was paper like. So we can expect some more animations coming soon. Sorry, illustrations. I don't know why I keep saying animation. New illustrations coming soon, and this is going to be amazing because I had Paperlike on my old iPad, and it is the best thing ever for artists. I swear by it. I haven't had new illustrations or drawings because my old iPad. So I've been too lazy to do traditional illustration, and I got the new iPad, and so I tried drawing on the new iPad, but it's that like slick, glossy surface, and it just feels weird to draw on for me. So now that I have the Paperlike, I'm looking forward to working on some more artwork and getting some new illustrations posted. So if you don't already, you can follow me on Instagram, and that's where I post all the artwork. And if you made it this far, I'm really grateful for you to be here. I'm really grateful for your support. I am feeling so thankful for so many things, and today was such a big win, and I'm glad you could share it with me. So with that, the emoji of the video. If you made it this far and you want to drop a comment, add the dog emoji. Yeah, let's do that. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to sharing more in the next video, and I really hope that you can find yourself some creative time, some creative space, and some peace and love in these incredibly trying times. So thank you again for being here. It means the world, and I hope that you find space and time to work on your own creative projects and or things that you just need for yourself. And until next time, thanks for being here.
Remember my past, she'd be shocked at where I'm at. Baby girl, we made it up, and this is not the end. Little me would be so